So yesterday we have done, we learned how to write program in Python in interactive mode. So this portion we have covered yesterday, and today we will see how we can write program in script mode. This one we will look into. Okay. So this is your book part only, book and page number 15 we are going to practice today. So first of all, what we have to open, we have to open default editor provided by Python, that is IDLE. Now click this one here. So if you wants to write your program in script mode, first step will be open your idle, then go to your file, click on new file, and here you start writing your program. Suppose I am writing print hello students. Okay, so this is the one message. Or if I want to add two numbers, so what I am supposed to do, suppose I am taking two variable, first number is equal to, or I can write f number. I have taken 10, and second number I have taken 20. Now what we have to do, we have to do the addition. For that we need to print a message. That's why we are using print statement, and addition of two number is, now bracket close, and in the next line we will write the f number, then s number. So these are variable, you can take any names, totally depends upon you. There is no restriction that you have to use the same. You can also use x and y. All these things you can choose according to your preferences. Okay. So now what we will do, we will save our file using Ctrl S, and you know the extension of Python file will be .py. So we will write here like hello.py. Now just click on save. We will save on desktop. So what we have to do now, either you can press F5 on the keyboard, here is your F5 key, or you can just go here in the run option and click on run module, and you will be able to see output. See, so this was your variable 10 and 20, and here is your output. First one is the message hello student, then addition of two number is 30. This is the one way to print your message, or you can also try the different thing, like if you want to print in the same line, then just put comma here and write same thing here only. No need to write in separate lines. So you can choose any method, whatever you like or in which you are comfortable. You can choose that one also. Okay. So I'm just deleting the last one and showing our result in this line only. Now press Ctrl S, again run from here, and you can see. You can also write in this way. Hello students, addition of two number is 30. Is it clear students?
What is IDL?
Okay, IDL is a default editor. Editor means where you are writing your program. So this is the default editor provided by the Python only. Whenever you will install Python, IDLE will install automatically. And here you can write your program. It's like a notepad only. Okay?
I don't understand.
I'm sorry, bacha, what you said? Yes, tell me who is having doubt in this program. You can type your message if you're having any network issue. You can just type your doubt in chat box. I will read from there and let you know whatever your doubts are. Okay? Tell me, what is your doubt now? You have sent only good afternoon, ma'am. Any other thing? And why we are having only 5 to 6 students in 8th class? Where are the other students? Why are not taking live classes? Only 6 students are present in the class today. Vishakha, Dhruv, Arya, Nitin, Purva, Aman, Priyanshu and Weber. Where are the other students? Any idea, students? Why they are not taking live classes?
And some students are not.
Some students.
They are saying it's 6 p.m.
What are you saying, bacha? It's not audible. Some students are. Okay, so tell me, are you having any doubt in this session? Like how I have written this program or any issues related to IDLE or script mode? So this is your book part. Writing program in script mode. Same steps we have follow. Still I just go through in this line. In this script mode, Python program is first written and saved in a file. Then the interpreter is used to execute the content of file. See, we are having 3 type of translator. You have studied in 6th or 7th standard, like compiler, assembler and interpreter are there for translating your high level language program into machine level, and Python is using interpreter for translating the code. Working in interactive mode is convenient for beginners as for testing small pieces of code. So if you are writing directly here, this is your interactive mode, this idle. Okay, so this will be easy for you. But if you want to write in script mode, that option is also available. So how you can write in script mode? We have just practice select file. So from this idle, you can click on file. Then click on new file. This will be a script mode. If you will click on new file, you will get a screen, another screen like this, and here you can write your program. After writing your program, just press Ctrl S, or from here you can also save your file. Okay, and while saving you have to make sure you have the extension .py. If you will save something like name and no extension will be there, that code will not be interpreted by a Python interpreter. So make sure whenever you are saving your file, put extension .py like this. Okay, so whenever you will save your program, your output will be there, or using F5 key available on your keyboard, this one you can execute your program. Is it clear? Yes, student, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I have one question for everyone. Like if I want to do addition of 3 number, okay, now tell me the code for that one. Who will tell me? I am closing everything and we are starting from scratch. Now you have to tell me each and every step what I am supposed to do if I want to add 3 number. Tell me the whole step. First, what I need to open? Idle. Okay, very good. This one we have to open. Now, if I want to write our program in script mode, what we have to do?
Ma'am, first we have to write.
For script mode, we have to open a new file first. This is your interactive mode. But if you want to write in script mode given on page number 15, you have to open a file from here. Click on file and click on new file. And here you have to write your program. So what we have to write? I want to add 3 number. Give me the code for that. Who is going to tell?
Print hello.
That is not necessary. Print hello is just a message, but if you want to add 3 number, print hello is not necessary. That is optional. Okay, so for that, first of all, we will take 3 variable. Now tell me the name of variables. What you want to take? A. Okay, the value of A will be
Equals
10. One second. Value of A will be 10. Okay, next variable.
value of B will be
Mm-hmm.
value of C is 25.
First tell me value of B. Suppose we are taking 20. Okay. Then we are taken C variable and value for C will be
25.
25. Okay. Now what we have to do? Tell me.
And now print
Very good.
then in
Print.
bracket addition of three numbers.
Okay. The addition of three numbers. Next. Double quote close. Then we can write in next line or in the same line also using comma. If you will use comma and write here A plus B plus C, you will get the answer. Now what we have to do? We have to save this file. Control S, and you have to give the name. Suppose we are giving add dot and extension should be py. Now click on save. Next you can either press F5 key or you can either run from this option, run module. See, addition of three number is 55. Check if it is correct or wrong. Number was 10, 20 and 25 and addition will be 55. Is it clear to everyone now? How you can write program in script mode? Any doubts? Okay, so you have sent some messages. Ma'am, some students are saying revision is only going on, so they are not taking class. Okay. Ma'am, some students are saying same thing. Ma'am, some students are saying, okay. Now moving to the next topic in your book. Page number 16. Input, output, Python. Input in Python. A program needs to be interacting with the end user to accomplish the desired task. This is done by using input-output facility. Input means the data entered by end user of the program. In Python, the input function is available to take input from user. So what is the meaning of taking input? Suppose we have written this program, this one. Okay, so here we have given the value, but in case if we want to take this value from the user who is working on this program, for that we need to use this function, that is input. Clear? Input function takes exactly what is typed by the user on the keyboard and converts it to the string and then returns it to a variable present on the left hand side. LHS stands for left hand side of equal sign. So here, so if we will take this example, suppose we have taken this variable x and we want to take input from user. For that we have to use input function, and in input function what we have to write? We will ask value from the user. So here we will write enter value for first number. Okay, so value will be here only, and in B we will again type the same message. Input value for second number. Now what we have to write? We have to write the output. Print addition of three numbers. So here we are taking two number only, that will be A plus B. Okay. So what we will do? We will just save our program and run. So here it's asking for the first numbers. Anyone wants to tell the value of first number?
25.
Okay, 25. Then value for second number?
30.
See, it's asking from user only on the runtime. Okay, and now it will give us the output. That is, oh, it's just printing. What is the issue? A plus B. Okay, see, here is one more thing you have to consider. Whatever you will take in printf, that will be act as a string. That's why it's just printing 25 and 30 as it is. Now what we have to do? We have to convert this output first. So using another variable c, we will convert this input. Okay. So how we can convert? Using evaluate function, eval, and here you have to write a plus b, and now we will see if everything is on place or not. 30, 30. Again it's saying the same thing. 1 second. So we have to do the type conversion first, because input function take everything as a string. So before taking value, we have to convert this. Yes, now it is okay. See. So what you have to do, if you are taking input function for taking integer value, for that you have to write in the bracket here integer, so that your interpreter come to know that you are going to enter a number. That's why I have written this int. This is called typecasting. If you will not write int here, then whatever you will write, that will be considered as a string by your interpreter. So whenever you are taking input from user, make sure you have written int here, so that your computer come to know that you are going to enter a number or integer value. Understood? Is it clear why I have written int here? And okay, very good. So in this way you can take input from user and print the result. So whenever you will run here, you can see the output. In this way you will get the output. First it's asking for number 1, so I am giving 60. Next I am giving 70. So here is your result. Addition of two number is 130. Any doubt, students? Students, any doubt in this program?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Vaibhav, now tell me one more program on the same thing. I am just deleting all everything. Now what we have to do? We have to do the multiplication of two number. Now tell me the code for that one. And I want to enter values from the user on run environment. So what I am supposed to write here? Tell me. Yes, who wants to tell? Multiplication of two number. No one?
Ma'am, I will.
Okay. You can use the same program. First, taking one variable, writing int for typecasting, then input function for taking input from user. In the same way, taking another variable b and taking input for user only. And here you have to change. In place of addition, what you have to write? Multiplication. So this is the thing you have to change only, otherwise everything will remain same for any kind of arithmetic operation. In the similar way you can do addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. Okay, now what we have to do, we will just save our program using Ctrl S, or you can save from your file option also. Now press F5. So here I will just kill this portion and open again. Okay, so here it's asking for the first number. First number, suppose we have taken 45. Next number we have taken 2. So answer should be 90. See, we have to change this message also, multiplication. So multiplication of two number. Now we will run it again and check. Okay, 56 is first number and we are giving 2 as a second number. So answer is a 112. Is it clear? Yes, student, is it clear, or any doubts how we can do the multiplication or subtraction or any kind of arithmetic operation? If any kind of doubts, you can check. Yes, tell me, is it clear or not? Please reply, students. Okay, very good. So, very good. So, next topic is lines and indentation. Any idea what is this lines and indentation? Any idea about this topic? Because this thing you have studied already in your classroom and this is your revision part. So, you must know all these things. What is the meaning of lines and indentation in Python? No one? Yes, tell me. Okay, I will tell you. Taking same example, okay, this one. Suppose if you have start writing this program here, the next line should be start from this position only. You cannot write in this way. This will change the whole meaning. So this is your indentation. Suppose I am taking one condition, like if condition I am taking. So here I am going to write. First I will write, then I will show you my screen, because I am holding my with my one hand I am holding a phone. So I will just put my phone down and write the program, and then I will show you. Okay. So what I have to do here, I'm sure you are able to listen me, right? Okay. So if suppose I have written a condition here, if A greater than B, then only value of A get multiplied with value of B. Okay, see, I have written this. I have just changed the code. After taking input, I have just put a condition like if A greater than B, then I have put the colon sign and press enter. So whenever you will write any condition using double column, your next line will start it from here only. This is called indentation, means iske andar. So this C will work for as a block for if condition. So if this condition will true, only then this part will get executed. Clear? Now we will check. I have written my code. I have just saved this file. I am going to run. Now, one second. Okay, so it's asking for the first number. I have written 62, then second number for multiplication 2. Now it's giving you the output because this condition is satisfied. Value of A is 61, value of B is 2, that is 67 is greater than 2. What if we just change the value, like I am just going to run it again. Now I am giving first number as 2 and second number 4. See, nothing is there because this condition is false. 2 is not greater than B. That's why this part not get executed. Is it clear what is the meaning of indentation? So this will work as a block of if statement. If this condition will true, then only this part will get executed. Otherwise, no output will be there. You can check from this example also. Clear? So I will just read all these things. Deleting white space and tabs at the beginning of each statement, which is used to determine the group of statement, is known as indentation. So this is your group of statements. Anything written within if block, this one, this whole thing, what is this? Indentation. Clear? So these are group of statement. More than one statement is written within if only. Moving to the next line. Python provides no braces to indicate block of code for classes and function definition or flow control. Blocks of codes are denoted by the line indentation, which is strictly enforced. So whenever you are learning C, C++, In those languages, we are supposed to use curly bracket for this block part, but here we are using only colon. See this one. If A greater than B colon, whenever you will press enter, this code will start printing from here only. Okay, so this is the thing provided by Python automatically. So students, any doubts in page number 15 and 16 or in today's class? Yes, tell me if you are having any kind of doubts related to today's topic.
No, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Then start practicing all these things at your home and let me know in case of any kind of doubts. Okay, we will continue tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am. Bye.
Bye, beta. Thank you, everyone.